Welcome to Angel Island. It's a campground on an island in the middle of San Francisco Bay. Sort of. Turns out there's a lot more to it than that. It's the only place where you can camp in the bay, and I promise you, it's camping like you've never seen it before, and I'm spending the night. But there's a lot more to it than just a place to camp on an island. So what's it like here, and is it really as amazing as everyone says it is? I'm gonna find out. Well, let's back up. I've got to get here first. It is an island after all. There are two main reasons why you come to Angel Island. Maybe a third, maybe a fourth. The first is the views, and they are incredible. Second is waking up on an island by yourself in the middle of the San Francisco Bay, and I'm going to show you all of that.
I moved to the Bay Area in part because I wanted to spend more time outside doing outside things. In reality, moving to the Bay Area had the opposite effect. It's just harder to get out of the city, and when you do, finding a place without crowds can be impossible. Angel Island doesn't have this issue. You can get to your campsite from almost anywhere in the Bay Area just by walking and taking public transit. And that's what I'm doing today.
I'm at the ferry building and my ferry gets here in about an hour. There's a ton of great restaurants at the ferry building, but I'm saving my appetite for the cafe. That's the restaurant over on Angel Island. Coffee cost me $6. Never changed San Francisco. I think that's my boat.
Even if you don't plan to spend the night at Angel Island, it's worth a visit. The ferry ride alone is incredible. You'll have 360-degree views of the entire Bay Area, including Alcatraz, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Oakland and San Francisco skylines, and of course, Angel Island. After stopping at the island, the boat continues on to Tiburon, if that's more your speed.
Bad news. My campsite reservation was for last week. Not this week. They're trying to see if they can get me in, but we might be calling this a day. Family of deer. More bad news. I found the cafe. It's closed. Finally, some good news. They got me a campsite. Not only did they get me a campsite, but they didn't even charge me for it. So big thanks to the staff at Angel Island. Let's go take a look around. There's a road that goes all the way around the perimeter of Angel Island. I don't really know where it takes me, but we'll find out together. So these views are incredible, and I'll show you that in a minute, but it's kind of bizarre here. This island is beautiful, but it is completely deserted. No one over there. No one over there. Absolutely nobody. Now let me be clear, that is great news. I don't go camping to see other people. I just can't believe how lucky I am. I still have the island all to myself. This is great. I've been walking for about 30-45 minutes. This is my first sign of life. Just ran into some other campers that told me there's a really cool beach down here. It's getting a little hot. I don't know if this counts as backpacking exactly. There are, after all, bathrooms and running water. But these views are incredible. I think that's the beach down there. Found the people. I'm at the immigration center, and while this place might sound like Ellis Island, it's not. Rather than welcoming people in, this place was built to keep people out, specifically Chinese immigrants. The purpose of this place was to separate Chinese and Japanese immigrants from everyone else. They awaited their fate in this building behind me, the detention center. They could be stuck here for months without any idea of what might happen. Fortunately, a fire in 1940 shut the place down for good.
The center's former hospital building now houses a museum. It covers the history of immigration well beyond the island's involvement and goes into detail on what happened here.
These bathrooms may look cramped, but at least in the European building, they had running water. I'm at Corey Beach, right on the edge of Fort McDowell. It was first used as a military base for the Spanish-American War. Its use peaked during World War II, and soon after the war ended, there was a push to make this all a state park. Angel Island has a long history of being used by the military, and turns out it didn't end with the Second World War. Our next stop also had military implications. Today, the island is still used by the Coast Guard, but it's mostly just a state park. At the moment, Corey Beach is exclusively mine. I can't see a single person. The city of Oakland is over there, San Francisco is back there, but this is all mine. Take a look for yourself. This is the East Garrison picnic site. It's even got a baseball field back there. Going up. Maybe this shot wasn't such a good idea. Now I gotta climb this hill twice. There's Fort McDowell and Corey Beach down there. Long climb uphill. Hope you have a good day. She had a bit of a chain issue with the bike. Back in business now. Looks pretty nice down there, but I'm not welcome. Back up the hill. San Francisco is directly behind you, and I have never seen a view of it like this. It is incredible. I'm gonna save it though. I'll show you later. I'm at the Nike missile site on Angel Island. Shortly after World War II, and during the start of the Cold War, this was built into a site for Nike missiles. Today, it's deactivated. You might recognize that bridge back there. That's the Golden Gate. I'm at the farthest point away from the ferry, so not surprisingly, I'm the only one here. My early review on Angel Island, I still just cannot believe that there's no one here. I am surrounded by millions of people in the Bay Area, but it feels like I have this entire island all to myself. This place is incredible. I am, as they say, losing daylight, so it's time to make to my campsite. I've come pretty far out of the way, so I better start now. That's where I'm going, way over there. That's Mount Livermore up there. It should have the best views of pretty much anywhere on the island, and I'm going there later tonight. Road's closed. Can't catch a break today. Guess I gotta find another way. If you respect how much climbing uphill I've done, only to set up the camera and do it all over again, I'd love it if you hit subscribe. Here's a couple of the campsites. Not a bad way to wake up. Not mine though. The famous Angel Island Yeti lives here. If you're in this area, do your best to keep your voice down. Finally, campsite 3. That's me. Oh my God. That was a long hike. Unfortunately, there's no rest for the weary. Sun is setting and I still gotta get to the top of this mountain. This campsite is pretty steep. Time to set up the tent. This definitely isn't car camping, but I don't think it's backpacking either. There's a grill, a bear box, and a picnic table at my tent site. Whatever it is, this view is pretty incredible.
I'm not sure what this is, but it certainly doesn't look good.
The whole point of camping on Angel Island is waking up to incredible views on an island basically by yourself. I cannot wait for that. That's why I'm here. The last ferry has left for the day, which means I'm here by myself and the sun is setting. So time to hike up this mountain. I'm a little behind schedule, but I think I can make it. I'm no expert, but that looks like poison oak to me. And so does that. And so does this. It's everywhere. The view just keeps getting better. Holy shit. Everyone says that the view in the morning is even better, but that's hard to imagine. I am gonna show you that, but this is what it looks like at sunset. This might be the coolest place I've ever been. I can't believe I'm here by myself. Got a splinter. Started the day over there. I walked over there, took the train to the ferry building right there, took the ferry all the way down there, hiked around Angel Island. That's the Nike missile base. Went to my campsite over there. What a day. I think what's so incredible about this is I am up here completely alone, but I'm surrounded by millions of people. I haven't eaten anything all day, so I am starving, and the sun's just about gone, so now I'm freezing. Time for dinner.
As the sun continues to set and the city lights come on, the views just keep getting better and better.
That's a deer. For dinner, I'm making ramdon. If that sounds familiar, you may have seen Parasite, the Academy Award-winning Best Picture. This is Ram, this is Don. Breaking the noodles is not recommended. Spicy. So I have yet to eat a single thing today, but this might be the best food I've ever tasted. Hear that? It's 2-something in the morning, and I'm not sleeping a whole lot. This campsite is on a severe downslope. So my head is like a foot above my feet, and that beeping sound, that goes off like every 10 seconds. And it's loud. Good morning. Pretty rough night last night, but I'm gonna make the most of this day. I mentioned there were 2 main reasons to come here, and potentially a third. Well, today we're gonna check out the third. All packed up, let's get going.
That beeping is some sort of navigational noise out in the bay. If you're in any of the campsites on the east side of this island, you will hear it, so be prepared.
It's been about 18 hours since I've seen another human, and I am definitely getting anxious about re-entry. The cove I'm going to is right down there.
You could spend an entire day on Angel Island and never leave the cove. And many people do. Just remember, don't mess with the wildlife. Deer and seals are both common sightings on Angel Island, and I saw plenty of them.
So my ferry's pulling up to the dock, and right behind me is the line. As you can see, there's no one in it. So this is my third reason to visit Angel Island. Where else can you get a private boat ride for a $9 fare?
The ferry ride back to San Francisco gives a new perspective on the places I saw yesterday. This is one trip I can't wait to do again.
I really hope you enjoyed this tour of Angel Island, and if you did, I know you'll like these videos as well. And if you really want to make my day, please consider subscribing.